Only 28 to 30% of sales tasks are actually spent on failing activities. I will give you an example. Renovate Trade Solutions is a home service business that is looking to scale. They're able to run some really good ads, but there is a problem. They spend 2 hours on updating CRM opportunities, 1.5 hours on warming up and qualifying leads, hours spent answering the same business FAQs, and they still have to do manual call booking. And through this process, lots of leads seep through the crack. In this demo, I will show you a solution with free templates that help their sales team focus on closing deals and scaling the business. And if you'd like to build a solution similar to this for your business, or maybe you want some consulting, feel free to hit me up and book a call with me. Link in the description. So let's jump right into it. I'm going to first start off with a demo of how it works. So right here I have a form. This form will be filled by the customers when they click on the ad. It's kind of the landing page, but it definitely will look prettier than this because this is just an MVP. So before I submit this form, I'm first going to activate or have this triggered so that it can wait for the webhook. Alternatively, I can leave this active, but since I'm only testing, I'm just now going to submit this form. Now, once I submit this form, I expect a text in WhatsApp. So, awesome, I've got a text. So here is what I filled the form about. You're interested in paving your exterior compound and creating a pathway, and that is correct. This is also my name. It did capture my name. So the dynamic variables is my name and what I reached out about. And I can say something like, yes, how much would it cost? The estimated cost of paving an exterior compound ranges from 5,000 to 1,500. The creation a pathway can also cost 2,500 to 7,500. Now, it is not hallucinating these figures. These figures is actually in a database that I created for the purpose of this minimum viable product, and I will show you that much later. And as you can see, it's also asking me, would you like to proceed with booking a consultation? So it is trying to get me to book a consultation. So let's say I can book one on Thursday at, let's say, 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Awesome. It went ahead and booked a meeting on Thursday at 4 p.m. and it also gave me the meeting link. So if I just go to my Google Calendar and confirm, this is Wednesday, so let's go to Thursday. Yeah, so Thursday 4 p.m. booked. And let's say something came up and I don't want to do it on Thursday. I actually want to do it maybe Friday. So can you reschedule to Friday same time? And as it does that, as you can see, I've also created a new opportunity in our system reflecting your interest in paving the exterior compound and creating a pathway. That means it also updated the CRM with this new opportunity. And just looking at the CRM and opportunities, as you can see, it did update the CRM with this new opportunity. So just going back to our chat, your consultation has successfully been rescheduled to Friday at 4 p.m. An update invitation has been sent to your to your email. So you can also ask more about the company, maybe FAQs. So what's a commonly asked question? So what other services do you offer?
it got me a list of services that each Renovate Consultations offers. So these are initial consultation services, comprehensive planning, full project management, specialty services, and a whole other bunch of stuff. So I think that's enough for the demos. It can qualify your leads by knowing what they want. It can book consultations and calls. It can also update the CRM with opportunities. Now, let me explain what happens in the back end, and I'll first start with Airtable. So, if I go to my Airtable, I have three tables set up. I have a leads table which automatically fills up when a customer fills a form, a contacts table that is updated whenever a customer fills the form or maybe changes their contact or something. And there is this opportunities that basically updates opportunities whenever a customer makes an inquiry. For example, like I just did on paving and creating a pathway in my compound. And there is also a priority and a status that can be updated by the agent. So the other thing that is set up in Airtable is the automation side of it. And right here I have an automation. When a form is submitted, it will update our leads form. You can also choose which form it will update, but I choose leads. Then this is the form that will be filled, and this is actually the form that I've filled here. So you can just create a new form and have it here. I named the main customer inquiry form. This is just used to test the triggers, so it's filled up. Another really important part is the script. Right here, I have some configuration set up, and it's basically run a script. This is usually available on the team Airtable plan. It is not available on the normal plan. Just take note of that. And the variables I set up in my configuration are record ID and table ID. This webhook URL is connected to NHN, particularly this workflow. So just to note, this workflow triggers whenever a conversation has initially started, and this workflow triggers to start the initial conversation. So if I go to my messages, the first message, which is this, was triggered by this workflow. I will get into it much later. And the second, let me just show you. Yeah, so this other part of the conversation moving on was triggered by this other workflow. I will get to this much later when I'm done with explaining Airtable. So if I just go to the code that I used to run this script, what this code basically does is send information to our sales agent webhook that should continue the conversation. You can copy this, and let me just I really actually have this script pasted somewhere in the description so that you don't have to type it all out. The other thing that you need to set up is on the far left. That is the record ID, the table ID, and the webhook. So these are the variables that should be set. The webhook URL, you will get it from NA10. I will show you much later. And the table ID and the record ID will be got from Airtable. So I think we're done with the Airtable side of things. Let me check that, look at it. Yeah, it's all good. Another thing that I should mention is right here in the summary of notes, I also used I used an AI note for this. So this summary has been generated by AI, and if I just show you how it works, this is the prompt I gave it: summarize what's in the notes. And how to write this, you just open a curly braces, then take, let's say it's notes, then have it there, and it will populate itself. So I'm just going to delete this, but this is the prompt I used. summarize what's in the notes, summarize it in such a way that it will make sense in the example message template. We reached out about inquiries. I see you are interested in something along the lines of notes. And if we just save this, if you look at the notes, can you prep? This is what I filled out in my form, and this is what the customer inquired about. So now we can go over to N8N. This is the form that is triggered when a lead submits. This is the workflow that triggers when a lead submits a form. And right here we have our webhook. This webhook is, let me just show you where I have this webhook connected in Airtable. So if I go to automations and edit script, where are you? This is it. So this webhook is what we have right here, right? And this is what sends the information to N8N. Then I have a wait node here, and the reason I have a wait node is because we need to send the information from Airtable, or we need to send data from Airtable to N8N. And while Airtable is generating this data, particularly in this table right here, summary of notes, this uses GPT-4 Mini, and for GPT-4 Mini, it's not that immediate. It takes about a second or two to populate all this. And if I left out the wait node, it wouldn't give time for Airtable to generate that summary. So that's why I have a wait node over here, just for 3 seconds to generate the summary that I need, which is, let Airtable take its time to generate that summary. So once the 3-second wait node runs, we get a record from Airtable, and basically my variables are my table ID and my record ID that I did specify earlier in Airtable. Then I will go ahead and create a contacts in the contact table. Now you notice that I had 3 tables earlier. I had leads, opportunities, and contacts. So this is just to copy that contacts in this contact table in case we will need to retarget our customers. Then next I have an edit fields node, and what's important here is this, the summary of notes, and I got it from here. Let me just show you. Yeah, this is what Airtable takes time to come up with, and you just take this value and drop it in here. For the text, it's not, it is necessary in the main workflow, but I did not use this in this MVP that I am presenting. So once that's done, so right here I have right here I have a WhatsApp note that I use to send the first template message. So let me just rename this to first message WhatsApp. And if I go back to WhatsApp, this is the message that is sent by that node. And apparently you can't use the normal WhatsApp node to do this. If you do not know how to connect WhatsApp with N8N, I will not be showing you that in this video because it is a somewhat lengthy procedure. Okay, it's not that lengthy, but there are plenty of videos in YouTube that show you to do that. I'm just going to show you how to set up this particular node of sending a templated message that we can use as our first message. So once you set up WhatsApp with N8N, you're just going to use the, let me just show you, WhatsApp Business Cloud. Send template here, it's right here, send template. And when you're setting up your node, let me just show you how to set up your node. You're going to put in your sender's phone number. This is provided by WhatsApp. It's usually a test phone number that lasts for 90 days. Your recipient phone numbers is what the customer filled in earlier. So just going to drag this and drop it there. For the templated message, I am going to refer you to business.facebook.com. So once you are in business.facebook.com, let me just show you how I got here. So when you are setting up your WhatsApp or connecting your WhatsApp with N8N, you will get to a page that looks like this, and if you scroll down, you just go to quick start. Then you're going to scroll down to message templates. If you click on this, you will be taken to a tab in business.facebook.com, your Facebook business page. And right here, you can create a new template. As you can see, I have a few templates. Just go to create a new template. Then you can create a template. And just one thing to note while creating a template, just go to custom, next. Then here is where you get to write the body of your template. So hello, then I can equate the first variable as 1. So hello, that should be my name. You inquire about, then the second. Once that's done, this template contains too many variable parameters. Hello, so let me just make it make sense. Do you need some help? Something like that. Once that's done, you can submit for a review. The reason I can't submit for a review is because I have left one of the required fields unanswered, which is, I think it's, the name. So let me call this test. The name test will require, so let me call this YouTube test. Then I can submit it. I'm not going to submit it, but once you submit it, you will be good to go, and you will be able to see that name that you submitted right here. So then you're going to match the fields in the text. So this is going to be the first variable, or the one that we came up with in right here. So 1 is going to be this right here, and this right here is going to be true. So for my case, Roy is 1, and you reached out about exterior innovation, blah blah blah, as 2. Once we are done with this workflow, we are going to go to our second workflow where all the juice happens. So just to sum this up, we are directing all of our customers to WhatsApp simply because it is easier to communicate with them in WhatsApp, and there are higher chances of actually booking calls with WhatsApp. This is first the WhatsApp trigger. You're going to create your credentials and connect it. Then next, we have an Airtable node, and what happens here is basically we search for that record that we just filled up with this formula. So WhatsApp is equals to this, and if you just look at this, is basically means WhatsApp is equals to this number. So it will retrieve all informations along the lines of this number from Airtable, and basically have it all here in JSON. So I can see my name, my email, my number, and what I reached out about. Then if it is a text, it's going to go to a different route. If it is an audio, it's going to go to a different route. And if it's not supported, so let's say someone sent up a PDF, they're going to get they're going to be told that it only supports texts. This is a message that you're going to receive. I'm unable to process this message. Please use text or audio. So we can only use text and audio. If they use something else, we're just going to remind them. So for the text, it's fairly straightforward. You'll just have the body right here as the text. and the session ID is also will need to be defined. The session ID is what is used to identify this conversation, because this agent will be having conversations with a lot of numbers. So this is what defines this particular number that we are using. This is the body of the message, so it will be white. Where are you, body? Yeah, right here. So this is the body. For the extra prompt, I added this. So the name, the email, and interested in summary of. So I added this. This is the lead information. There is the name, there is the email, and what they are interested in. So for what they're interested in, I have this set up as the value, which I got from Airtable. So just drag this there. And for the name, it's fairly straightforward. You just drag in the name, and for the email, you just drag in the email. Then we can get that to our agent. For the audio, it's going to, take the audio, download it using this WhatsApp node that's used to download media. Then it's going to transcribe that using this OpenAI node. So before it transcribes, it's going to first get this into binary data. Then it's going to transcribe it using this OpenAI node, then convert that to body using this node, and then send it over to our AI sales agent. So once all this WhatsApp preparation is done, we can move on to the next part of our agent, which is actually the juicy part. So right here, I have an AI agent, and what this AI agent does is it connects to 3 tools. The first tool is going to be a RAG agent. This has all details about the business that you are in. So it has the details about what was the business. It's called Renovate Right Consultations. Yeah, so it has all the details about Renovate Right Consultations. It also has a calendar tool, and this calendar tool is no, it's not this one. It's this. Yeah, so this calendar tool can delete an event, get an event, update an event, create an event, and create an event with an attendee. And once it's done, it's going to send that data back to our main workflow. And it also has a CRM tool. So this is a CRM tool. This CRM tool can be able to create an opportunity and update an opportunity. These are basically the main functions, or the main reason why I created this CRM tool, because I will need all this to be updated in our CRM. These other tools are just for supporting and retrieving data. So let me just show you the prompt of how this works. In my system message, this is what I have used as the prompt. You are a CRM assistant managing contacts opportunities in Airtable. Your role is to ensure data consistency through proper schema validation and tool sequencing. Let me just get an overall view of it. Yeah, so this is how the prompt looks like, and basically what this does is it updates any opportunities that we get in our whole workflow, and once that's done, it calls the required tools. And I should, or you might wonder, why are you not using MCP right here? The reason I did not use MCP for this particular project is because MCP is still under development, and I did not want to try it out on our client's project. But in future developments, I think it can work really well, and I'm really excited about it in the future, because it really takes a long time setting up all these nodes and basically having everything updated in each individual node, or having every authorization set up in each individual node. Now, I just went through the CRM agent. This is for the calendar. What this does is it basically creates events, deletes events in the calendar. It's fairly straightforward. This is the prompt that I used. You're a calendar assistant managing events through creation, retrieval, and modification. All events default to 30 minutes of duration. Current time context is now, and I gave it a whole bunch of information that is used to book calendar events. Now, going back to our main workflow, you can see something small right here. This I no longer use this because this is what I use to load my data into my vector store. So what I can do is create another workflow that automatically updates our vector database whenever anything is updated in the business database. So, and if you look at this tool assistance, you will notice that in the RAG side of it, I have connected the brain as OpenRouter. So with OpenRouter, I'm using GPT-4o for that because of the multiple function tools it's going to call. I'm just going to show you the prompt. This is what my prompt looks like. So this is the text prompt. We also have a system message. So for the text, this is what it gets from the user. So it gets texts or the body. It also gets the trigger, and it also gets the extra prompt. This is not going to be used for this particular agent because this was the MVP. But this what basically happens here is you need to state what is coming in from the user in this text. So then we have a system message. In the system message, you are an intelligent, helpful sales assistant for Innovate Right consultations. These are the inputs: user message, user details, conversation history. The available tools that it has is a RAG, and it also has a calendar tool in a CRM to manage contacts, records, and track opportunities. I've also given it some instructions that it needs to follow, and the main goal is to qualify leads and book consultations efficiently. I have also used a Postgres chart memory. So the reason why I used Postgres memory instead of window buffer memory is because Postgres chart memory stores the chart in a Postgres table. That basically means that even if I get out of this page, it will still remember this conversation. And if this is in production, then it is the best memory to use instead of window buffer memory, which is mostly used for testing things out. And it is the easiest to set up, but I'm not going to be using that in this particular agent. I hope you enjoyed the video. I am going to have all these workflows in my description. So there is this sales MVP, there is a calendar sales sub agent, there is a CRM assistant, and there is this lead submission form. I will also have the script in that I used in this Airtable automation, and that is all for this video. If you found value in the video, leaving a like and subscribing will really go a long way in helping me reach more people like you. I'll see you on the next one.